YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about items from Chanel and Hermes that are under $500. And I'm putting this up now in case you're looking for items for your own wish list for the holidays, or for items to give to other people who appreciate these brands, but you don't have thousands of dollars to spend on handbags for them. The items I'm going to tell you about range from $23 up to $500, and of course you can go way up from there with these brands. And let's start with Chanel. My Chanel list is very short, and I'll tell you why in a second. At $425, you can buy one of their card holders. I'm not putting pictures of these up, by the way, because I only have a couple of items. At $450, you can buy a small wallet. At, well, that was all I found under $500. I'm sure they have some jewelry. I didn't look at that section. They're costume jewelry, like brooches and earrings that have pearls and crystals in them. I've heard that you shouldn't buy those because the pearls and crystals fall out all the time. So I looked at a couple of things that were a little bit above $500. So at $525, you can get a passport holder, and at $550, you can get one of those little zipped pouches. And at that point, I stopped looking at the Chanel website because I realized, one, with all the price increases, especially this last one, there's hardly anything that's under $500 anymore. And then two, it doesn't matter if it's on the website or not, because one, the website is difficult to navigate. It's very frustrating. Two, you can't order from the website. Three, the only place you can get these things to buy them brand new are at the Chanel boutiques, and a lot of you don't have a Chanel boutique around. And even if you do, when you go in, you're subject to whatever availability they have. They don't really order things for you. Even if an item is on the website and I tell you about it, it doesn't mean they're gonna have it in the store. So at that point I decided, well, it doesn't really matter what they have at Chanel because you just have to go in and see for yourself. There's not much I can do to help you with that. Hermes, on the other hand, is a different story. I had so much fun looking at the Hermes website. I really did. Hermes is not a brand I look at very often because for the most part I assume I can't afford it, and for the most part I'm right. But look at this. I have this whole list. This page is two-sided and every line is full of things that are under $500. And there were some really interesting things, like much more interesting than the Louis Vuitton website. So I'm gonna go through this. I have pictures of some of the items that I'll put up. The items here start at $23. And you know, they can go way up. But there's some really cool stuff on here that would make nice little gifts for people. I was so surprised. I'm not linking all this stuff below. I've given you some of the names of things, or I'll say some of the names of things, and you can just search for it if you're really interested in it on the Hermes website. And unlike Chanel, you can actually order things from the Hermes website. All right, I'm starting with the women's SLGs. At $225 and $235, depending on the leather, you can get one of those Bastia coin purses. You've seen a lot of people on YouTube with those. At $225, you can get a Tarmac passport holder. Pardon me if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my list to read to you. Between $265 and $325, you can get different key rings. Between $335 and $410, you can get card holders. And then a little bit above $500, $530, and then $560. There was one pink one at $530 and the rest were $560. Are these little envelope clutches, and I thought some people might be interested in those, so I included that, even though it's over $500. The reading and writing section was one of my favorite places to look. They have notebooks and agenda refills that some are spiral, some are like sewn bound, and those ranged in price from $300 to $200. Some are blank pages, some are lined pages, some are agendas that are dated, and they come in several different sizes. They're made to go into notebook covers that they have, but you don't have to have the cover. You can just buy the refill and have a little notebook, and I think those would make a nice little gift for people who are really into the brand. For $115, you can get page markers to go in these notebooks. They have little clips that clip onto the spirals in the notebook. The agenda covers and notebook covers start at $180, and depending on the leather, they can go upwards of $3,000, but most are under $500. And the leathers are very pretty and lots of really nice colors. For $370, you can get this Ex Libri, am I saying that right? Clip page marker, so it's a bookmark basically. In the stationery section, they had notebooks, some which were the same as the ones I mentioned before, but some were different. for between $55 and $115. For $15, oh, this is actually cheaper than the 23 I mentioned earlier. So for $15, you can get a sketchbook. I'm confused about what these are. I'm tempted to order one and look at it, and one of my subscribers told me about these sketchbooks recently. It says in the description that it's 40 pages and it has 20 illustrations. So when I hear sketchbook, I think blank pages so you can make your own sketches. But I think this may be someone else's sketches, and the book is full of those where there's no room for you to draw. Not really sure. I may order one to check it out. For $105, you can buy a pencil, but wait, it's coated in braided goatskin. For $330, you can get this folio mouse pad. It's wool and leather. For $385, you can get this called a Samarcande, S-A-M-A-R-C-A-N-D-E paperweight. It's a horse head. Or you can get this other horse head paperweight for $430. You can get two bookmarks. They're AT''H set of two for $400, and they have magnets. And then for $500, you can get these two pieces of leather that are sewn together to hold your smartphone. Now this was a section I really loved and I thought was really fun. This is called the Petite H Collection, and you just look for Petite H in the menu on their website. They don't say this explicitly on the website, but from what I can tell from what these items are and from one of the photos that they have, it appears to me that these are all items that are made from scraps, so silk and leather leftovers from Hermes bags and other products. Every one of the descriptions that I looked on these items said that you can't order exactly what you see, that the items will vary, the colors and the patterns will vary. On some you can select a color scheme, but basically you order it and you don't really know what you're gonna get until you get it, and it's a surprise. That's how they say it, it's a surprise. Like that's a good thing. Maybe it is, it's kind of fun, but then what if you pay all this money and you get something you don't like? I don't know if it's returnable or not. So here we go. For $180 plus, they have these charms, which is just a piece of leather from a silk string. Starting at $105, you can get silk bracelets. They have lots of different kinds. I'm kind of interested in getting one of those. But again, you don't know the colors and the patterns of these. For $210, you can get these earrings made from their silk scarves. For $280, you can get an eye mask made from their silk scarves. Again, you don't know the color scheme or the pattern until you get it. This one was really cool. For $280, you can get this coin purse, and you don't necessarily know the color of the leather that you're getting, or maybe even the type of the leather, but it's folded over, and then they have these little studs that are movable, and that keeps your pouch closed. So they have that change pouch, and they also have a larger pouch that's $435. And for $300, you can get this calfskin bracelet in different colors. I thought that was pretty cool. I almost skipped the baby gift section, but I'm glad I didn't because I found some interesting things in there. For $215, you can get these canvas pencil pouches. There are two different designs. One has these kind of orange-red rabbits and one has blue lions. This is the thing I thought was the most interesting. So there's someone in your life who loves luxury products and also loves those adult coloring books. I have just the item for you. For $35, you can get this called a Petite H Frise. I do not know French, so I'm certain I mispronounced that. It's basically a coloring page. It's 34.3 inches by 7.9 inches. It's this kind of woodlands scene. It's from Hermes. It says Hermes Paris in the middle, and you just get that and color it. I might just order that for myself. For $415, you can get this Bolide case. It's 12 by 9 inches. I didn't look at all the Apple Watch straps, but they do have Apple Watch straps for under $500. In the jewelry section, they have leather bracelets that start at $290. Under the enamel jewelry, again, I didn't go through all these, but they have these horse head pendants. Those start at $400. Those are necklaces. And the enamel bangle bracelets start at $430. In the textiles section, starting at $310, you can get that Bolide, sure I'm not saying that right, travel case. That is the mini model that starts at $310, and that is 6.4 inches by 4.75 inches. They have larger ones, and the price of course goes up from there. You can also get one pillow this Escapade pillow that starts at $420. In a section called Objects, I found the most outrageous thing that I came across on their website. You can buy wrapping paper for $200. I had to read the description on that. You get 6 designs, 12 sheets of paper. That comes out to $16.66 per sheet. And each sheet is 25.6 inches by 35.4 inches. The description, and I quote, says that the wrapping paper is to cover books or upholster small furniture. It was written in English, but I still don't understand. For $250, you can get this wool felt change tray, or you can get a leather one for $450. And then I went to the scarf section. I knew there would be a lot there that's under $500. I'm not gonna put pictures of all this up, so I'm just gonna read it to you pretty quickly here. The twillies start at $160. Also at $160 are the bow ties. The scarf rings start at $170. The pocket squares, which I love and are great for folding up and tying on your bags. The pocket squares start at $175. Ties start at $190. Bandanas start at $195. Twillons, I think that's a new product. I haven't noticed it there before. It's basically a really long skinny twilly. Those start at $225. Tie clips start at $270. A muffler scarf, that was a big thicker, like I don't know if it was wool, but it looked like probably. That started at $315. The maxi twillies, which are just larger twillies, start at $525. And the 35-inch scarves start at $395. The maxi twillies, did I say $325 or did I say $5? They start at $325. And the 35-inch square scarves start at $395. In my search through the menu, I never came across this, but I knew that they had these, so I just typed in soap. They had 2 bars of soap. One was a Twilly de Hermes, which is a perfume they have. It was scented with that. It was a 3-ounce bar, a little more than 3 ounces. That was $23. And then they had another scent that was Eau de Orange Vert, and Vert is green, so why is it orange green? I don't know. I'm certainly misunderstanding that. And that bar was 5-point-something ounces, and it was $35. I also did not see the scarf tying cards on the website when I went through, and I didn't search for them either, but I know you can get these, and if they don't have them on the website anymore, you can find them pre-loved. It's cards like this, and they show you a scarf and then different ways that you can tie that scarf. Like they'll show it styled on somebody like that, and then show you on the back how to fold it to get that style. I know I've seen these on the RealReal, that's where I bought this one. They range from maybe $35 up to $50 or $60, and there are different series of these. I don't know how many. I know there were at least 6, there may be more than that, but that's a great gift for somebody who's into scarves. So what item on here was the most surprising or interesting to you, or the most outrageous? Can you please put that in the comment section below? I had so much fun going through the Hermes website, and I hope this was interesting to you too. I also hope it was helpful in coming up with gift ideas for yourself or someone else. Thank you so much for watching. Click the like button if you found anything outrageous or interesting on this list, and remember to click subscribe if you haven't done that already, and click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.